Hey guys, Loco here. So we have a story about a North American streamer getting banned on the Korean server. There's actually a lot of nuance to the situation, so I want to go in detail. As someone that's been involved with esports both in Korea and North America for over the last 10 years, I'll do my best to explain every single detail that I possibly can. The streamer in question is TFBLADE. He's actually a former competitive player turned into a streamer, so let's go over his competitive history a little bit. He initially played for a team called MLG Black as a top laner, and he was just a normal average amateur top laner. But his first big break came in 2017 when his team competed for the Tyler 1 Championship Series and got first. Afterwards, he wanted to play pro, and a lot of teams were interested in him as an academy player, but unfortunately, it was extremely hard for him to get a visa, and he wasn't able to play for any team. He still grinded out solo queue even after realizing he can't be a pro player, and he hit rank 1 multiple times as a top laner. He's known for being a 1v9 machine on champions such as Akali, Irelia, and Jax. Back in Season 9 with Busted Conquerors and Spear of Shojin, an item that allowed champions to have reduced cooldown from auto-attacking after using ultimate, TFBLADE was a Thanos level player in solo queue. Eventually, TFBLADE went on to be a streamer after not being able to be pro, and gradually his viewership grew to some insane levels. He averaged about 7k viewers in 2019, and he hit 20k plus viewers whenever he was doing his rank 1 global series. Speaking of which, after hitting rank 1 and 2 in North America, TFBLADE wanted to hit rank 1 all across the world, and started his travels with EU West.
Hold on a bit. I'm done. Let's go. I screenshot it too. It's literally done. GG. It was a good ride, boys. EUS people, listen. I know. TFBLADE, you can't get Challenger. TFBLADE, you can't get D1. TFBLADE, you won't get out of this. TFBLADE, you won't get out of that. Blah, blah, blah. Here's your proof. EUS is officially done.
Initially, there were some questions around whether he'd be able to hit rank 1 on EUS. Overall, the server is much harder than the NA servers, and also, it is known that the European players aren't the friendliest when we have North American players coming over, and there's been a lot of problems with target inting. But despite all that, he was able to hit rank 1 in EU West. The next big accomplishment he had in mind was going over to Korea and hitting rank 1 there, in probably what's considered the most difficult server in the world. There is some discussions on whether or not Ionia, the special Chinese server where all the pros play, or Korea is the hardest server, but due to the best Chinese players just playing on the Korean server, I think it's safe to say that the Korean server is actually the strongest server by far. For TFBLADE, his initial climb in Korea was much harder than other servers. Top laners are weaker than what they used to be in Season 9, and also Korea in general is just much stronger as a server, and top laners are our specialty. However, problems started arising when TFBLADE hit Challenger and he was consistently being matched with LCK pros. He would blame jungle in chat, aggressively type to teammates, and LCK players picked up on this, and some of them would dodge TFBLADE whenever he was on their team. And there was also an initial scare about TFBLADE being banned when his account was disabled, but it was just his account running out of time and it was a false scare. So yeah, he just had the account for 30 days and it expired, so he had to request an extension, no biggie. But in the end, he actually did end up getting banned.
Oh, dude, I cannot believe this. Okay, we talked to Riot. I told them, yo, what the fuck? Where's my account? This is what they sent. Can you believe it? They said your account was taken away for verbal violence. Alright, and then I'm like, okay, I don't remember saying anything. Do you? Like, I have all the VODs. I don't remember saying anything ban-worthy, so can you give me the proof? This is it. One game, by the way. Look at this. It's only one game. Alright, first of all, no warnings, no nothing, one game. And remember when I got chat restricted? I asked for proof of that too. Because I don't remember saying anything, period. Now, look how dumb this is. Okay, let's see. Let's read it out.
Let's talk about what happened. On his stream, he talks about how his behavior does not warrant a ban and how other pros say things that are much worse than what he says. But that's not the entirety of the situation. There is a history of foreigners, especially from China, but not just China, other regions included, coming over to Korea to boot camp and just treating the server like garbage and not having respect for the Korean pros or Riot Korea who gave them the account. So Riot Korea has been way more stricter and kept a closer eye on accounts that they give out because they know in the past it has been a problem. And also, one thing TFBLADE had to realize was he's coming as a guest to the Korean server as a representative of Riot in North America. It is Riot Korea giving you the account, so yeah, they are partly to blame, so he has to really think about what he says. And also, being given an account is a privilege, not a right. You are requesting to play on another server where Riot has to go out of their way, so there is a lot of nuance beyond is what he typed ban-worthy.
I've said that they think it's ban-worthy. Fucking why do you actually have to be so bad? Is that verbal violence? What?
So I'll talk about my personal experience with getting accounts in Korea. As a Korean citizen, I can just make my own accounts, but whenever we would have to boot camp, I would have to request account for my players or maybe for my manager or my assistant coach so we could play on the server also. And Riot Korea would always talk to us and talk to about how strict they were going to be, how they're keeping an eye on what we do, and if you do get our accounts banned, our tournament accounts will also be taken away. And yeah, it is just, they sit you down, they tell you don't fuck up, they tell you you're going to be on an incredibly tight leash, so I'm pretty sure TFBLADE was told the same thing. Overall, I agree what he said isn't ban-worthy, but when you're coming as a guest to Korea, you're gonna be under different rules and you have to really think about what you're saying. Someone from Riot Korea definitely should have told him, and I hope the situation just doesn't escalate further.
No, I literally would do this again. Like, I'm a competitive person. If somebody does a mistake and blames me, like imagine you're trying to get rank 1, playing 13 hours a day, and then your jungler does the invade, fucks your lane, blames you, and then you're talking about him like, fucking why do you have to be so bad? Or you used to be utility engaged. Like, I'm talking about the game. For 20 years when you could have until your dog shit invade. I'm not saying he's dog shit. Like, this is all fucking why. Like, I'm targeting at words. I'm not saying anything about him.
TFBLADE, I get it. It seems unfair. It really doesn't seem like you should have been banned. But yeah, the rules are just different when you're coming over as a guest, and Korea just doesn't work this way. I know a lot of people are going to bring up other instances where rules have been unfair. Maybe the case of Tyler 1. He's incredibly toxic on stream. How does he get to get away with it?
I'm so sick of this fucking company. They're trash! Fix the game! It sucks playing the shit! And I'm fucking addicted! So I can't quit! I'm so sick of this shit! I'm done! I'm done streaming! I cannot stream this game anymore! It is garbage! Bye!
Or the case of Jackie Love and the infamous "this is normal summoners game" experience where Jackie Love inted on the European servers. So that's tweeting, "Who is blah 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 in EUS trolling my game and going AFK Worlds account." And you can tell it's a Worlds account just due to the insane MMR, and you can have low number of games played and then you'll be extremely high up.
And then this is the tweet back from Invictus Gaming. After understanding the situation, we would like to clarify Jackie Love was not negative gaming. It was a normal Summoner's Rift experience. We are prepared for the upcoming semifinals. Let's go, Invictus.
But yeah, he didn't get banned. Rules aren't fair. What can I say? This is just the rules of Korea, and when you're given an account here, that's just what you have to deal with. I hope this situation doesn't escalate any further, and I'm sure it's not going to. TFBLADE did end the trip with a nice tweet. He's gonna want to come back to Korea later on and try for rank 1 again. So yeah, if you want to get another account, you're gonna have to maintain a good relationship with Riot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little late. It was actually at like 2 or 3 or maybe even more days after TFBLADE got banned. I just was busy with other things, but due to coronavirus, I'm gonna be staying home and socially distancing myself, and I think you guys should do the same and watch my stream on twitch.tv/Locodoco. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And one last thing, I'm not crazy, I'm just Loco. Bye.